I just got done watching Sony's conference, and Sony's always good at conferences. I gotta say though that I wasn't really like excited until like towards the very end, and I'm gonna explain why. Well, actually, it was the beginning was really cool too. So basically, they started off this conference in a really odd way. It was all dark, a person sitting in his chair, and he's looking up at the screen, and it's all just black. It's like nothing. All of a sudden, the PlayStation 4 UI pops up, and they're navigating through the menu, showing you what the UI is. And it's a really interesting thing when you have your disc in there or your digital game, and you select that game. The soundtrack for the game starts playing, and you can like look up information about the game. It seems very, very interesting and very, it's a very just. It's an interesting UI. That's really the least I can say. It's an interesting UI. It really is. I want to be able to. I wish we had a more in-depth look, like an actual commentating over exactly what would go to what. But maybe in the future. Next, after that, basically from the UI, he went on to a streaming service and all of a sudden was watching a live game of Killzone Shadowfall take place, which is really cool. They actually. We never saw a multiplayer gameplay for Killzone Shadowfall, but we kind of saw a little bit of it here. Afterwards, I'm going to go kind of fast because I want to go over to GameStop. I had to pick up my games, and I got pre-ordered the Xbox One so Microsoft can get their cash. But Gran Turismo 6, they talked about that. It's launching on December 6th. They did confirm that there is going to be a Gran Turismo movie, so that was a big rumor. We still weren't sure. It is now officially confirmed. After that, they announced a brand new free-to-play PS3 game called Little Big Planet Hub, where I guess you can create your own levels and stuff. It's essentially Little Big Planet, but it's a free-to-play game, and it's you can share it with your friends and whatnot. It's coming to PS3. Then they, we already knew this, but they just kind of reiterated that Grand Theft Auto 5 is going to have a PlayStation 3 launch bundle. That bundle is launching with the game, by the way, and that also the headset is launching with the game. So that's. Something you might want to take note of. Next is a console port coming to Vita, which is actually pretty cool. It's Borderlands 2. Now, I had Borderlands 2 on my PC. I didn't really like it that much, but if you're a huge Borderlands fan and you're just like, I got some time. Maybe if you're in the car. Suppose you're like in the car, you're on vacation somewhere, and you're bored while your parents are driving you on a 6-hour drive. I can imagine you taking out your PS Vita, you're playing Borderlands 2 already. It's a really awesome way that they're having a console game of that caliber being put on the PlayStation Vita, so that's cool. They also announced the PlayStation Vita is getting a price drop, which is a thing a lot of people wanted to happen. So it's going to be $200. It's going to start at $200, and they also said that they're going to be reducing the price of the memory cards significantly as well. Because the big problem with PS Vita is like you buy the $300 or $250 system, and then you spend like another $30 at least on a memory card. So they're going to be reducing the price of memory cards and the PlayStation Vita. Next up, indie game overload. I appreciate indie games. I was like, cool that they're supporting indie games and all that. I get that's a huge thing. It was like back to back indie games, and at one point I was like, oh my god. At one point I contemplated whether or not I should go run over to GameStop and get the games already and just wait till the conference gets closer to an end. But I stuck in there. So many indie games, and it's a good thing because if you have PlayStation Plus, you're going to be getting a lot of these for free, one a month. And they also have every single indie game, like they were announcing, coming exclusively to PlayStation 4, coming exclusively to PlayStation 4 and Vita. And it's like every single indie game that they showed had that. That's awesome. It really is. I wrote on here so much indie games. Then they debuted a brand new Infamous Second Son trailer. And the graphics look incredible. It looks amazing. I can't wait for another Infamous. I think it's going to be, well, we'll have to see. I hope it's, Infamous 2 is kind of disappointing for me. But Infamous Second Son looks like it's going to be a really promising game with a really interesting story and amazing graphics. Then they announced that The Order 1886, which is a really interesting retro sci-fi type of game, is going to be coming out in 2014. They didn't announce a release window. They just said 2014. Afterwards, they showed more Killzone multiplayer. It actually debuted a full multiplayer trailer for Killzone Shadowfall. And again, it looks really interesting. It looks like it's pretty fun, so we'll see. Then, as a big kick in the balls to Microsoft, they said that Twitch TV is coming to PS4 as well. So not only will you have Ustream on PS4, you're going to have Twitch TV as well. So that's going to be pretty cool. It's actually a better service to use for streaming games, so that's nice that they have that. And then they actually mentioned this. I didn't really realize how bad it was in Europe, but you know, I'm friends with the Random Videos. My friend Dylan, whenever we do multiplayer gameplay, he's always like, "Oh, I have shit internet, and everyone in the area has shit internet." I'm like, yeah, okay, it's just, you know, that he has shit internet. But I guess in Europe, like, the internet's like awful. He said the average user has a speed of 5 megabits per second. And to game on that is just, it's not really that acceptable. So they announced a brand new interesting plan. I actually really like this idea. It's called broadband access, and it's coming to PS4. And they're working with cable companies, broadband cable companies, to bring better internet of speeds up to 200 megabits per second. I have about 35 megabits per second at my house with about a 6 megabit upload. Right now at this current house, but 200, that's incredible. So that's gonna be awesome for you European people. I mean, that's gonna be great. You're probably gonna really appreciate that. They also announced that if you sign up to PlayStation Plus as a PS4 member, if you haven't previously, you get a free 14-day trial. So you get free 2 weeks free 2 weeks on PS Plus added to your already years. I'm sorry, no, that's actually immediate once you sign up for PS Plus on the PlayStation 4. So basically, once you get your PS4, everyone gets 2 weeks free. Then they debut brand new Assassin's Creed 4 gameplay. Graphics look fantastic. The game looks really cool. They actually demonstrated remote play and how it would work on the Vita, and the game looked like it streams perfectly fine on the Vita, so that's a great thing. They also announced that Ubisoft came up and they showed a brand new gameplay trailer for Watch Dogs. It looked fantastic. It was actually the gameplay trailer that's the exclusive mission for PlayStation 3 and the PlayStation 4 version of the game. So that's going to be really cool. They also confirmed officially that they're making a Watch Dogs movie. And on Facebook they had a poll, who would you want to play Aiden Pierce in a Watch Dog movie? Myself and a lot of other people chose I can't remember his name now. Like, I blanked out completely. I had his name in my head. You know. Alright. Maybe it'll come back to me. Oh, Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise, that's right. I think Tom Cruise looks exactly like Aiden Pierce. Well, not, he would be a good cosplay. I think he can play the character really well. And I like him as an actor. So, Minecraft is also coming to the PlayStation 4. That's another big thing that Microsoft had was, they had a partnership with Minecraft, and a lot of people loved Minecraft on the Xbox 360. It's coming to PlayStation 4 now. It's actually going to be a launch title as well. Then they talked about PS3, the 12 gigabyte is now on sale for $200, $199. So that's a lot of things. PS3 is now getting a price drop to $200. That's the same price as a PlayStation Vita, so that's a really great thing, and you can get, you know, an awesome system with great exclusive games. So if you haven't got a PlayStation 3 yet, I don't know why you don't, but you can now get a PlayStation 3 for $200. Get that system and get those exclusives because they're just amazing. Then they announced that PS3 game owners who buy PS3 games and then get a PS4 will be able to get the digital version of that PS3 game, like Battlefield 4, Assassin's Creed 4, and all that, for a significantly lower price. Significantly, they said. They didn't go into detail of how much, but a significantly lower price is their exact quote. Then, finally, they detailed the PlayStation 4 launch. Alright, it's going to launch in 32 countries. Alright, while Microsoft is only launching in 8, I want to say. So, they're launching, like, worldwide, more or less. North America, November 15th. That is the date of PlayStation 4 is launching. The rumors were unfortunately not true about it being October 21st. It's going to be November the 15th. That is awesome. That's exciting. That means that we'll be able to play games like Watch Dogs and Need for Speed a couple days early. So that's North America. But for Europe, you guys are going to have to wait until the 29th of November. So about 2 weeks later from the US version. Sorry. At least you don't have to wait till the year after like they did with the PS3. But that is the launch detail for the PlayStation 4. Right, guys? I'm going to go pay Microsoft their cash, their $700 in 20s, for their next generation console. But, oh, another thing I want to mention is they put up again, the middle finger to Microsoft. This is hilarious. The guy, Andrew House, you know, who he's the one who said the PlayStation 4 price at the end of the E3 conference. He's like, this is hilarious. He says to people, and while others have changed their policies and strategies, taking a cue at Microsoft's reversal, the 180, Xbox 180, he's like, we have stayed consistent in our goals and what we stand for as hardware developers and for gamers. And I laughed. I was like cracking up. Like, that's the most hilarious thing. Like, to see, you know, a company like that to really acknowledge that, hey, we kicked your ass at E3 and you know, what you did was wrong was just, it's just awesome. So I'm going to go pick up my games. So I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great day, and bye.